Sure, if I have to do anything. Oh yeah, I remember when I was doing Sonic Rivals and I had to like flip it backwards? Oh, it's loud. Oh, sorry. There you go. Okay, let me... Paste. Okay. I hope you enjoy looking at it backwards. There you go. There we go. You've heard of those? I found out about this, I was talking at the beginning of the stream, I found out about this game because it's in this issue of Nintendo Power I got. Okay. Yeah, and it comes with an entire, like, guide, see? So this is gonna be my backdoor pilot for my, video game magazine series. It's gonna be on my new channel. I'm gonna start it on my racing channel with, there's a couple racing games that got guides in this. The first one. I really like getting these magazines because they're a great way to discover new racing games to play that I didn't know about. There you go. It's all set up now. GT64 Championship Edition. It's pretty cool. There's 2 different racing games with guides. How loud is the game? Do I should probably make it a little quieter. There you go. Okay. Love these like really crusty pictures of the drivers, by the way. Really fun. I don't know what car I want to pick. Let's just pick the blue one. I can pick your car again here. Why would exit be the word to continue onward? Well, thanks for joining. I'll start on normal. It's it for nerd info ahead? Car setup. Oh boy, you can get really into this, huh? I wonder if, hold on, we have a guide. I wonder if it says anything about this stuff. See? What does Nintendo Power say about the tuning? Carloads of modes. Unlike many games of its kind, GT64 and its world of virtual racing feature licensed cars from the real world of racing. It's funny for it to say that that's like unusual somehow. This is the really early days, huh? Doesn't really say anything about the car tuning. Just sort of like it's giving just kind of some basic information about how to drive a race car, like, you know, like slowing down around corners, like hitting them from like the right angles and that kind of stuff. I've known about that kind of stuff since I was a kid. Yeah, it didn't say anything about this stuff. Interestingly. I would think it would, because this seems like sort of a thing that you'd want to pay attention to. A lot of Japanese licensed racing games used to do, which license their race cars from the real-life teams themselves, but not with manufacturers. Toyota Supra in this game is licensed from the 5 team, but not from Toyota, so they don't mention the brand at all. Interesting. Copyright stuff with cars is always interesting to me. Alright, let's see how I do. That's some get up and go on that thing. The RPM. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to... hold on. You're gonna see some of that until I get used to how this car handles. Bit of drifting action there. The graphics are fun. Definitely making a lot of use of fog here. Yeah, the back of this car likes to swing out a lot, I'm noticing. This is definitely more on the sim racer side. Oh, yeah, very sim racer. I can tell by how the car feels. Oh yeah, I need to... Ah! Oh, the pit. I think I did the pit correctly. See if I do it better this lap. Oh, I think part of my issue is I haven't actually been hitting the right button for braking. I think I fucked up the qualifying lap there. Hold on, let me just start the game over. Wait. Alright, there we go. Let's try again. Let me, hold on, can I see? I think I pressed F1? Yeah, there we go. What are... Okay. And... the A button is that one. That's C down. So... B button is over there, A button is over there. Okay. I was correct, I figured that out. Okay. I want the blue car again. Well, if I start. Okay. See how it do. Yeah, it's a little bit better. There we go. Now that I know where the fucking brake button actually is, this will be a lot better. I was like, gee, the car doesn't really like to slow down as much as I would want it to. Turns out I wasn't actually pressing the brake button. That would explain it. It makes sense where they mapped the A and B buttons though, because that's how they mapped on the N64 controller. Or like, that's sort of like their relative positions. So, it makes sense. Oh yeah, and on the topic of copyright being interesting with cars is you're allowed to just like depict any car so long as you just don't put the branding stuff on it. Like in Super Climb Up, I just obviously have a Jeep. But I absolutely never call it a Jeep or anything. And also, it's not like one specific model of Jeep. It's sort of like an amalgamation of like my favorite traits from several different Jeeps. Oh, hi Bess. I'm sorry. Look, you can watch me driving this cute little blue car around the countryside. The car is going better now that I figured out which button is for the brakes. I did an entire lap of the track thinking I was pressing the brakes until I realized I wasn't, and I was pressing the wrong button. But it's going much better now. I was like, gee, this car really doesn't like to slow down. Whoops. I looked at chat at the wrong moment. Oop. Brake lights light up. Must have been a technological breakthrough for this game. Well, I know Ridge Racer 64 was doing some crazy stuff like that with the lights. Although that was 2 years after this, so... This one's from 1998, and then Ridge Racer 64 was 2000, so... Oh, that was a nice clean corner right there. When I play games like this, oh, how I long for analog acceleration. When you don't have analog acceleration, you just kind of have to flutter your finger back and forth across braking and accelerating to get smooth cornering, and it's kind of annoying. Hey, look, I qualified for second. I gotta flutter my bug. Gotta flutter my little bug fingers. I really love when races do rolling starts. I don't know why. It just really tickles me. Oh, I love the time of day change. Oh, I love the colors here. This is such a vibe. It almost has like that sort of like early CG, like sort of like toy box vibe, you know? Makes me think of like Make Way for Naughty. Okay, I clearly need to play a little better in the actual race. I was getting really distracted by the visuals. Kind of severe pop-in on this game, I'm noticing. Ouch. Ouch. I've been spoiled by some of Namco's early 3D arcade racers lately that don't have pop-in at all. But you couldn't really do that on the N64 quite as well. At least, probably not in 1998. They wouldn't have had that figured out. I need to stop swinging out so wide. I'm like desperate to like pass people and it's like throwing me off. I like the sparks that get thrown up back of the car when you go over the hills. Ouch. I thought I was like, oh, I'm doing pretty good at this game now. I'm like making every mistake again now. I don't know. The stress of the race is getting to me. Get off my fucking ass, will ya? Get off my ass! No tailgating. Oh, I think I'm almost last now. I am last now. Great! Cars absolutely did not drift like that. Oh my god. I like slingshotted myself through the other car. Collisions between cars are a bit fucked here. Well, that fucking sucked. Okay, let's try again. What are the chances this is just the worst possible pick? I fucking hope not. I mean, you saw I did like okay on the qualifying lap, and then I just started like fucking up. I need to lock in. I mean, it is a very slidey car. I don't know if other cars are less slidey. But I mean, you know, you've seen me play a lot of racing games. Usually pretty decent at them. I just kind of chose this car arbitrarily, so you know, I can always try playing again with something else. It wants you to fit. Well, I've been doing that. Ouch. I mentioned where you gotta kind of flutter it. That was nice and smooth. Okay. Actually doing pretty good. I think I get thrown off when there's other cars there, because I'm just like, I gotta gun it! I gotta gun it! I gotta pass them! But, no you don't. I start, like, feeling, like, too aggressive, you know? My aggression kicks in. Ouch. Here we go. Okay. I think, out of everything about this game, I think graphically it hasn't aged particularly gracefully. Because, you know, it's going for kind of a realistic vibe on the Nintendo 64. And it has that, like, severe pop-in. And pop-in is, like, my least favorite thing in 3D games, so you have this much of it. It's, not my favorite thing ever. Hey, look at that! Qualified, first place. Let's see if I can, hold it together better this time. I fucking love the rolling start. Be afraid to kind of go slow around corners. That's what I'm sort of learning. Because I kind of wanted to, like, gun it more, because I'm like, I gotta stay ahead. Or later on I was like, I gotta pass him. Yeah, you really don't. Just gotta do it just like I did in the qualifying round. Instead of a roaring night, it was called roaring start. A roaring start is if you're just like fucking full blast gunning it down the track to start the race. It's interesting you bring that up, Bess, because I was thinking about these engine noises. They sound almost exactly like the engine noises in virtual racing. For whatever reason. Which is interesting because this is absolutely not the same kind of car as the one in virtual racing. Because I've been playing Virtua Racing recently for my Ace Driver video, because I make a lot of comparisons between the two. And these sounds are really reminding me of Virtua Racing. Ooh, look at that. Burnt rubber. I don't know, I've been going back and forth on whether or not I'm gonna stream Deltarune Chapter 5. I know people really liked my Deltarune streams, but like, I don't like playing Deltarune. Oh, there's an ad break going. Well, I'll continue that topic after the ad break then. I might, maybe I'll just have like Harmony do the gameplay and I'm just there to give commentary or something. There we go, that was much better. I think I'm definitely figuring out how this game wants me to play it. And I'll give it credit, it does feel pretty good. I kind of fucked it up at the start. But yeah, look at that, now I'm second overall. Oh yeah, look at that, it like changes the stats on the car for you to like be best for the race you're doing. At least I assume that it's the best. It's at least good, I'm sure. Oh. Some very sharp corners here. I kind of like the sharp corners because it's like not ambiguous about how you're supposed to approach them, it's just slow the fuck down. Yeah. The best approach is unambiguous. Also, something that was kind of funny, so I mentioned in that Nintendo Power magazine, there's 2 racing games that get guides. They're also reviewed at the back of the magazine, and neither of them got a particularly good review, which is really funny. Where they're like, yeah, here's this cool guide where we like hype you up for the game and get you interested and you want to learn how to play it and everything. Oh yeah, by the way, it's like a 6 out of 10. It's like average. I'm like, oh, okay. That's another thing that'll be kind of fun with my video. is I can compare my thoughts to what the Nintendo Power editor, or not editor, the Power writers thought at the time. There you go. Yeah. Hell yeah. I like this track. This one's really fun. Again, I love the colors. It's so vibrant. Bright colors are great vibes to give to a racing game, in my opinion. I'm on the wrong side. Think, please let me know. I'm so sad that that video is gone. At least I still have the screenshot. I remember it by. Oh yeah, I'm like krilling it out here. This is some good shit. So Miss, what do you think of this game? I noticed you don't like the engine noises, but fine, is there? I think you probably could have been happy with this game and like... It has music on like the menus and stuff. I feel like you could have been happy with this game in 1998. It was kind of uncommon to have have music in racing games back then, I've noticed from playing a lot of this stuff. Or if you did, it was like just when you went through checkpoints. I think Ridge Racer was one of the first like big racing games to like have background music. Before that, the only like significant one I know of is Outrun, which is well known for its music. But a lot of the early racing games are like those. Even some later ones too. I guess it depends, you know, like, I think it just depends on how realistic they're going for. Like, the more arcadey, cartoony the game is, the more the music is emphasized, but the more realistic it is, the less it is. Like, I don't think there's any music during the races in, like, Dirt 3, you know? Yeah, the CPU is fucking sucky. I mean, you saw my qualifying lap, how much better it was than any other CPU times. I think they just put, like, a particularly difficult track as, like, the first one for some reason. These other tracks have felt easier. Yeah, I don't think like Dirt 3 or NASCAR Heat. I don't think either of those had music during the races. Then you have some odd outliers like mini car racing that is incredibly cartoony and silly and doesn't have any music at all in the entire game. Unless you're playing the German version, then there's an opening cutscene that has music. I like these palm tree graphics. They're fun. Reminded me of the flat. Well, this is probably just because I started playing it recently when they put it on Switch Online. But they reminded me of the flat palm tree graphics in Donkey Kong 64. You know what's fucking crazy? So, speaking of Switch Online, I mean, they're infamously slow at putting new games on there for some reason. But the fucking worst has been GameCube. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I thought for sure we were gonna see something new get added to GameCube Online, at the Direct. But, just didn't. Like, we still don't have all the games that they announced last year be on there. Like, it's been about exactly a year since they, like, showed off, like, what the games were gonna be on there. They still haven't put all of those on yet. Like, where's Mario Sunshine? Where's Pokemon Coliseum? Etc. What are they doing? They've been, well, I mean, it's kind of stupid that they're drip feeding them on Virtual Boy, but they've been faster with Virtual Boy than they've been with the GameCube, which is the one that I think people cared a bit more about. It's only insane people like me who care about the Virtual Boy releases. But yeah. Also, I'm knocking stuff over here. Fix that. There you go. Where are the GameCube releases? Why are we taking 10 million years on those? Anyway, let us continue. Hey, now I'm first overall. After that abysmal start. See. in long. Okay, we're back to this track now. It's slightly different layout. Let's see if I've improved. Oops. That was slightly confusing. I'll keep an eye on that next time. Crazy drifting. I definitely think I've improved at this game. So far. Ouch. Also, I don't think I personally put much distinction between racing and driving games. Or at least not when it comes to like something like Outrun, because like it is still like you have like a clock you're racing against, you know? That's racing in some sense. I would say like a driving game to me would be more like is like truck driving games, you know? I mean, there's still going to be some aspect of speed to that, but it's not really like a race, you know, that's more like, oh, I gotta get my delivery there on time. Whereas Outrun is more of like a time trial type of thing. I see. Yeah, well, I mean, like, you don't have other opponents, like, you don't have opponents you're racing against or anything. But I would definitely place it as part of the genre because speed is the goal in it, you know. Oh, that turn is rough. That turn... Ugh. That's gonna kill my lap time all by itself. There's some other games out there that I really should have written down the names of them, but there are some games out there that are just about going for a drive. And I wanted to cover them on my channel because I think they're an interesting sort of sister genre to racing. And I like fucking forgot what all of them are. So I'm kinda pissed about that. I just wanted to just title it like games about driving carefully. Is I mean, there's some amount of being careful when you're racing, but it's also sort of on the more reckless side, you know, because it's about how fast can you go. You gotta optimize like exactly how fast you can get away with going, whereas these other games are just about just having a leisurely drive, you know. There was one where it's just sort of like you drive like a Jeep around on mountains and stuff like that. I think it had sort of like a cel-shaded look to it. I could probably find these games with some... Oh, God damn it, that one throws me off every single fucking time. I gotta figure it out when I'm like in the actual race. Like I know it's coming and then like, cause it's at the end of that tunnel. It throws me off. Okay, here we go. Oop. There's one that I used to play as a kid called 18 Wheels of Steel. This one I always liked. Now what I want is for one of those truck games to like not like truncate things. Like they always sort of like make the distances a lot shorter than they would be in real life, just so that you get to places in a more reasonable amount of time. Sort of minutes instead of hours. But I don't know, maybe I want to pretend to drive down through California for like 8 hours straight, you know? Like, maybe I want to take an 8-hour drive through California in a simulator game. Yeah. Maybe that's my idea of fun. I didn't do so good this time because of that one fucking corner. We got ourselves an actual race this time. Ouch. A bit of rubber banding going on there, I think. Well, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. The grass just didn't seem to fuck them up nearly as much as it did for me, so... Ouch. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get second in this race, because I don't pass this guy. But maybe. Caught up a lot more than I thought. That wasn't so good. I was paying attention to the map to out for that fucked up corner. Here it is. Yeah, not so bad. Crazy power slide there. Uh... And I might catch up. Not doing terrible. I'm quite a ways ahead of third now, aren't I? Ooh, baby. Ouch. Fuck. I think I might still win this. Gonna be aggressive now. Not recklessly aggressive, but aggressive. Oh, that done better. The down for a little bit too low. Okay. Fuck. The sliding is crazy. Yeah, I should have taken a manual look at some of the stats and seen if I could reduce the sliding somehow. Oh, that was really, really good. Couldn't have done that corner any better. Look at that. Hell yes. Oh, baby. I'm extremely pleased with that. Yeah. Nice. Look at that. Well, we'll go ahead and do like the whole thing here. It's only 6 races, we can do it. I mean, I guess it's more like 12 because you have to do the qualifying laps first, but... Oops, I just tried to hit the left trigger to brake. Even though this entire game I've been pressing a button to brake. I don't know how I managed to do that. I always manage to forget controls in the middle of playing a game. Even though the controls don't change. Oh, that's a crazy corner right there. I like that. That was fun. I like this layout. This is neat. I love when games like this do those really crusty 2D people on the sides. Never gets old. Right, that could be better. I like that one building that's just like a flat texture of a building. Also something that's really funny, so this game, as you can see, measures speed in kilometers per hour. But in the little guidebook in Nintendo Power, they were using miles per hour in their little diagrams. So that's kind of funny. Toggle it? Maybe. I mean, it wasn't screenshots, it was just their little diagrams. Like showing speeds that you should be going, like, as you go around the corner. I don't think they were meant to be like actual specific speeds you'd be going. It was more meant as like examples. I think that's how the discrepancy occurred. So funny. Good. Odd coloration on the track, and that. You missed Star Fox because nightmares? Can I play again? No, sorry. I'm racing now. You're gonna take me away from my racing? You know how much I like racing. It's funny watching the road texture pop in ahead of you because the basic texture that they picked, or or rather the basic color that they picked to like represent road that's farther ahead, doesn't really match the actual road textures. Can I sub up my takes? I think it's okay. I don't think I would get it if it wasn't $40. But I was never that big on Star Fox 64 anyway. I like the first two Star Foxes much better. It's fine. It's definitely, they're trying to be like, look at how cool the graphics are on our new system. More than anything, I feel. Also, the mouse aiming mode disconnects itself if you ever even slightly lift the mouse off the table or whatever you're resting the mouse on, which you often will have to do to like it's a normal thing to like lift up the mouse and recenter it. But if you do that, then it ends mouse mode, so it gets kind of obnoxious. I really fucked up that corner, huh? Right back there. The car behind me sounds a bit like a vacuum cleaner. So it sucks. Cause it vacuum cleaner. Hey, you bitch, get back here. Huh? I'm not sure why they have the pit stops. I'm not sure if they are functional. Maybe they only kick in on like harder difficulty or something. Like the car doesn't seem to like take damage or deteriorate in any way that would require a pit stop. And when you go through the pit stop, nothing happens. Sounds like buzzing flies. It's kind of growing on me. I'm kind of fond of this engine. Again, it reminds me of Virtua Racing, which the game I like. So. I choose to find it charming. Hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, you stay back. Get out of here. Yeah. I almost fucked that up, but I'm okay. Wow, Jesus Christ, where'd all that speed come from? Scared the shit out of me for a second there. Oh, ouch! And like flung me forward. I noticed that's a thing that happens in Ace Driver too, last week when I was that. The cars like hit you from behind, they just bump you forward really fast. Which really kind of helps you out, honestly. Done it. Call it bump drafting, I see. And there we have it. Ta-da! Guy kept me on my toes the whole race, but I still managed it. It's a real time commitment to play the championship in this game. Probably mention that in my review. Not in a bad way, but just a thing to consider. I really liked the short version of this track, so yeah, the long version when it... Second place gets a giant rubber band. Sometimes there's been a couple of races where they just never catch up to me. That one was not one of them. Oh, I guess I'm going through the dirt. Try not to do that next time. There. Some nice easy. Oh, wrong side. Not better. Crazy fucking slide there. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, I'm hitting the walls, it's not good. Was somewhat better than the first time. Tricky one. I do like when drifting in a racing game feels just sort of like a natural consequence of the physics, as opposed to just press the drift button and you start drifting. I mean, as much as I love Ridge Racer, it's still, I tend to like it when drifting just sort of feels more naturalistic, like we're actually driving a car. Ooh, very good lap. Okay, well that was better than I gave myself credit for. It was a lot faster than last time. There you go. Yeah, because I still like games where the drifting is more of a canned thing. Just a different approach. I don't think it's bad, I just prefer that. They're saying drift slop, which is how they love to refer to kart racer. Ouch. I don't think this lap was as good as the previous one, but it's probably okay. Decent enough. Yeah, okay. It was 1 second slower. Still good enough for a first. Slub, slub, slub is what it calls on a jog jinx water bowl. I saw somebody saying today, well, I saw it was a post that was just about how people have sort of like overusing the term slob. And they said like, they were like, it's probably only a matter of time before we see somebody unironically calling something quality slob. Which is a really funny concept to me. That was pretty clean. Yeah, they're doing a lot better this time. The American track was the one where I really pulled ahead last time. The long version they seem to be handling better. I think it has multiplayer. I think. I'd have to check again. No, I don't. No, I think it's just single player actually. I mean, I'm mostly a single player racing game player. And I look at these games from a single player perspective. Primarily. That doesn't bother me one way or the other. But I will check later. Edge. Okay, I'm keeping ahead pretty well. It's not like a massive fuck off lead like last time I did the American track, but pretty decent. I like how like off they are on the map there. They were like straight up just on like a different section of the track. Crazy. Yeah. Ouch. Yay! Also, I like that this game is called GT64 Championship Edition. It does not seem to be just a plain GT64 that's not Championship Edition. Let me look at the review. Tendon power here. Let's see, GT64 Championship Edition. They gave it a 6.7 out of 10. Let's see, they had a few different people give comments here. Because I had fun with GT once I started learning the courses. GT must stand for gimme tracks? I guess they're saying there's not enough tracks in the game. This game didn't offer anything new. And the final comment is, sim fans will like the realistic oversteer. See, that's what I was noticing with the, you know, it kind of slides out. But arcade fans will never stay on the track. Yeah, well, what if you're like me and I like both? Honestly, I feel like it's a bit of a stretch to call this a sim racer. It feels very arcadey. Feels more on the arcade side. I mean, nowadays we have the term simcade, but even that I feel like is... I feel like it's a sliding scale, you know? Especially nowadays, people are really stingy with what they want to refer to as a sim racer. Like, it's gotta be like super duper hyper realistic driving simulator. That's a sim racer, and anything else people just call arcade. So I think the term simcade is very useful and needs to get used more often, but I think it's also not as descriptive as it could be, you know? It says, Imagineer stepped up the level of detail in the street racing sequel to last year's MRC. Not sure what MRC stands for. GT Championship Edition features multiple camera angles. I was wondering if it had multiple camera angles. I just tend to like the chase cam, so I need to change it. Cars look very good, but there is popping in the backgrounds, yeah. Each of the cars has its own feel, so yeah, that seems to be correct. But before I do my review, I should play with some more of the cars. Players can customize the car settings before races. The Rumble Pack gives you feedback on road surfaces. It lets you know if you swipe a wall. Cars can drift through corners. Sense of speed and control is okay, but it's more of an arcade experience than a simulation. Well, yeah, if you they even acknowledge that here. Computer drivers make few mistakes, but they take few risks. Yeah, that's what I was noticing. Racing is fast and the cars are cool. The Rumble Pack is implemented very well. I don't know if I have Rumble set up on this, because at least I hadn't been noticing it. Two-player mode. Okay, there is two-player mode. I figured the review would tell me. And it says the frame rate is noticeably slower than the frame rate in a single-player game. 6 courses aren't enough. So yeah, the six tracks that I'm playing right now in this Grand Prix, that's it. That's all the tracks in the game. A lot of non-deterministic physics racing games end up in the simcade. Realistic at all? Is it? Blank Edition was definitely a way to sell games, make them seem more premium, I'd say. Yeah, that was it. That was all 6 tracks. Congratulations! So I basically had the full experience of the game here, aside from that the different cars feel different to play. So basically the only replayability here is just playing it with different cars. Otherwise the experience is going to be the same every time. Oh yeah, there's that building I was pointing out. Yeah, and you can do multiplayer. Apparently the multiplayer kind of sucks though, according to R. Thanks for joining. Anything else that happens in this credit sequence? Victories. I like that it's got, you know, some real landmark. This is like really long. It's a little bit like stretched out. Okay. Sakura Dodori Street. Okay. Now we get the credits. Paku Paku. H. Game over. It's always funny when games just end with game over even though you won. It's a small game, so I'm surprised it's a small. Oh yeah, battle. That's the multiplayer mode. I guess I'd have to do time trials for that. This is a very simple game. I think some of the disappointment of being an arcade game is this game over. I know it's so funny. I think some of the disappointment when this game originally came out was probably just because like this would have been a full-priced video game, right? I'm looking at it from the perspective of I just went on the internet and downloaded it and played it on my computer, you know? Where I'm like, yeah, this is fun. This is a great little game to check out, you know? And that's the perspective anybody's going to be looking at it from now. So I think that's why I'm a bit more positive about this game than Nintendo Power was, because I didn't have to pay like 60 bucks. Which, accounting for inflation, would have been even more now. So like for me, it's like, yeah, this is a fun little game. Check it out. Have fun for a couple hours, you know? If you like racing games, give it a go. But I think back in 1998, it probably would have been a little disappointed with those. So yeah, Saturday I'm going to play the other one that's in here. Remember what it's called. Let me let the demo play. What is the other one called? It's F1 World Grand Prix, which I think they also gave sort of a middling review score to. Now this one I expect to be even more of like a sim racer. Or at least I hope it is. I think F1 sim racing is particularly fun, is a particularly fun form of sim racing, in my opinion. Well, they're kind of hyping it up here. They're like, fantastic graphics, blazing speed, realistic sound. I mean, in this screenshot here, see the first-person perspective there? I don't know if you can see it on my tiny little camera view. That looks pretty cool. Like, the hands look pretty real. I think using, like, pre-rendered sprites for that. I think it's like actual, like, photos they're using for, like, the hands and the steering wheel. It's kind of cool. I'll have to see when I actually play it to see if that is actually how they're doing it. But yeah, they have some of the exact same like information here about like, oh, you gotta make sure you like brake as you're coming into the corner and accelerate as you leave, you know. This game has a lot more than 6 tracks too, so got that going for it. And what review score did they give it? Let's see. We'll look into this more on Saturday when I stream it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, also there's a review for Wet Tricks in this magazine, which is fun. I played Wet Tricks a year or two ago. Okay, so they liked F1 World Grand Prix quite a bit. That one got a 7.9. So, well, there are no bananas, no missiles, just real racing for the N64. So I'm looking forward to that. That one looks like a lot of fun. But yeah, this was a fun stream, and I think it will make a fun video. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this stream today. Like I said, I'll be back on Saturday. I'm gonna play the F1 World Tour, whatever it was called. I already forgot. That'll be the headlining game for Saturday. I might continue My Sims racing. Either gonna be that or Mario Wonder, which I keep talking about. Oh, I'm supposed to play a game with Harmony. That's what it's gonna be. We'll do more Toe Jam and Earl tomorrow, not Saturday. And then Sunday, Biss and I will continue Pulse Man. Oh, Ruby, I forgot. When are we doing more Super Climb Up? Should I include that in my schedule somewhere? Oh, there's an ad going on. Let me wait for that. Oh, you should be able to play more Super next week. Okay. So I don't have to worry about that in my schedule. So Sunday, Biss and I are gonna do more Pulse Man. Not sure what else I'll throw in on Sunday, but I'll figure out something. Oh, but Ruby, that means you're taking like 5 cents from me each time. That means I'm missing out on like 5 cents. How could you do this to me? Yeah. Oh, and then once we're done with Pulse Man, whenever that's gonna be, we'll get back to Sonic Rivals. And then after that, I don't know what I'm gonna play with Biss, because we're like... Oh, I know, we're gonna go back to Romeo's a Dead Man. Finish that up. Yeah, thank you everybody. I will... Saturday. Watching. Bye! First time viewers, thanks for joining us.